You know, my former husband, or as I sometimes jestingly refer to him, my child's father, possesses a visionary essence akin to that of Elon Musk, the prominent figure behind Tesla and SpaceX. Our paths first intersected when I was 18, and he was a year older, both of us college students. He persistently pursued me, always with classical music as his backdrop, asking me out, and I, in turn, would routinely decline with a chuckle. This playful back and forth continued until we eventually found ourselves sharing an apartment in the Bay Area, along with 3 roommates and a miniature dachshund who never quite grasped the concept of house training. By the time our marriage ended, we resided in a Bel Air home devoid of roommates but still struggling with the same unruly dachshund. It all feels like a comical subplot from The Simpsons. Elon has an endearing connection with Homer, a rather romantic twist. At one point in the show, a character remarks that someone like Elon must harbor a dark side. As a writer of dark fantasies with novels published by major publishers, contributions to anthologies, and a blog, this notion resonated with me. I often contemplate the intersection of creativity, darkness, and the larger-than-life personas we label as visionaries and geniuses. My son humorously abbreviates them as G.I. However, darkness here isn't synonymous with malevolence. It refers to uncharted territory, concealed aspects that lie beyond the boundaries and comfort zones most of us prefer to avoid. Lucy H. Pierce, a writer I admire, once said, "As creatives, our duty is to unveil what resides in the darkness, bestowing it with new life and identity." I realized that artists and entrepreneurs share this quest to birth something extraordinary from nothingness, extracting value from the unknown. While preparing this talk, I asked Elon if he had any advice for aspiring young minds in the audience who aspire to follow in his footsteps. He did offer some wisdom, which I'll share later, but he also questioned whether they'd still want his life if they truly understood it. It made me ponder how, before they attain the visionary status, society often uses other labels for such individuals: geek, outsider, socially awkward, eccentric, or different. I had a friend for a decade before he confided that, as a child, he despised school due to relentless bullying. Seeking solace in video games, he discovered coding, leading to the creation and subsequent sale of his first company in his mid-20s. Now, no one throws soda cans at him. During my time with Elon, I became acquainted with the distinct and close-knit tribe known as engineers. Once, when my father visited, we were on our way to Elon's first company, Zip2, and we encountered these lanky individuals in jeans and t-shirts racing remote-controlled contraptions and colliding them with cars in the parking lot. My dad quipped, "Are these the engineers' kids?" I corrected him, saying, "No, Dad, these are the engineers." Elon never shied away from his identity as an engineer. Even when shopping for clothes or consulting with a stylist named Martin, he insisted on looking like an engineer. It struck me that engineers wondered why the suits made more money when it was the engineers who built the very products they sold. The suits often couldn't decipher the engineers' jargon. Elon, however, had the ability to bridge both worlds. He was an engineer in a suit, uniting diverse perspectives. This is precisely what visionaries do. They not only innovate but also personify their innovations. They don't merely narrate a new story, they embody it. Soon, they need not utter a word. Their mere presence communicates their vision. I recently stumbled upon a profile of Elon where he confessed something he never shared with me during our marriage: his willingness to sacrifice his entire fortune to launch a rocket into orbit. He declared, "I don't care if Justine and the kids and I end up living in Justine's parents' basement. I'm going to make this happen." My reaction: I wanted to go back in time and jokingly inquire if he had seen my parents' basement. To conclude, Elon's advice is to delve deeper than memorizing formulas and passing tests. It's about understanding the underlying principles and tracing problems back to their roots, often buried in the darkness. I would add to that, urging you to be courageous, audacious, and even a bit insane in your pursuit of seeing things more vividly and comprehensively than others. Don't shy away from what you see and know, even if it draws criticism. Visionaries channel their passion, unique personalities, and expertise into risking it all for something greater. They become the torchbearers of transformation, leading us into a reality where awe-inspiring events unfold. Initially labeled as crazy, they eventually earn our trust because they're crazy enough to achieve the extraordinary and stake everything to offer us new beliefs. They may not make perfect spouses or friends, but they bring light to the darkness and reveal the universe. Keep the channel open. Thank you.